Alright. So, anyhow, I'm bored. So, I'm gonna turn on the camera. I got nothing going on, man. I got fucking nothing. I think my lens on my camera might be dirty. Let's see. I don't know. Is that where it is up there? No? Where is it? Oh, right there. Alright. Yeah, it was dirty. Anyhow. So, I just turned the camera on. I have no idea what I'm doing at all. I just ate dinner or shit. Oh, fucking work. Work. What's the point of all this work? I don't know. I guess it's to spend money. Fun tickets. I work for fun tickets. Then, when I get fun tickets, then I go have fun with them. That's the point of work, I guess. No, I got nothing, dude. Shit. Absolutely fucking nothing, man. So, what am I going to even talk about? There's nothing to talk about. I want to do a video on that. There's that Carl Jung shadow integration video. And what I want to do is like play parts of it and then do commentary on that. But that's kind of a heavy project, and I'm too tired to be doing shit like that. I saw this one video and this guy's like, to all you that aren't doing your shadow work, go fuck yourself. I thought that was funny, man. All you motherfuckers that aren't doing your shadow work, go fuck yourself. I thought that was hilarious, man. I mean, I wouldn't. That's not really the best approach to encouraging people to do shadow work. And shadow work is kind of a new age term. But I know what shadow work is, so I'm pretty forgiving when I hear the term. The term doesn't really bother me. It's the abuse of the principle. New Age abuses the principle and the idea, and tries to promote it like they're selling a fucking vacuum cleaner or something, and it just ruins it, because then nobody's gonna do it. But when I hear the term shadow work, I understand what it means. So I just whatever. I like when he said that. I know he's real. I know he's like he's real. He's not one of these fake new age people. Dude, shadow work is whatever. It is what it is. So I watched some Richie from Boston this morning because there's nothing to watch, dude. I can't believe I'm watching Richie from Boston. I'm really having a hard time accepting how fucking just certain things. There's just some things that are unacceptable, But what can you do? Well, for example, like the state of of video hosting platforms is unacceptable. But what can a person do about it? Nothing. I mean, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, there isn't anything that can be done about it. I could make a video about it. You know, what good is that going to do? Absolutely none at all. Part of it is you've got too many people that still have not caught on that the new media is just it's the meet the new boss, same as the old boss. New media is the same as mainstream media. They're like so many people just haven't figured this out yet. And so you just got to sit and wait for these people. Sooner or later, they're going to finally figure it out. And then it's going to be a big headline story that's trending and popular. Meanwhile, people like us, we're just talking about it, you know. Like, I honestly, I just can't believe it. But whatever, like I said, what can be done? There's nothing. All I can do is accept it for what it is. I can't change it. I can't change the video hosting platforms. I can't change I'm totally powerless over how shitty the video hosting platforms have become. I have no power over that. Like, what's the most I could do is put out videos. And what good does that do? It doesn't change the video hosting platform dilemma at all. It just makes it to where I can watch, if nothing else, see, like, my videos to me are better than most of everything else. But am I going to sit here and watch my videos? Fuck no. So then here I am watching Richie from Boston. I don't even know why. I mean, except for that there's nothing to watch, you know. So there's nothing to watch. So I guess whatever. I could just not watch I could just stop using video hosting platforms altogether, which is I'm seriously considering. It's just like, it is so pointless. Video hosting platforms at this point in time is so pointless. And like these big channels, they know it. These people running these big popular trending channels, they know it. The only reason they're doing it is because it's their job. The only reason they're doing their video channels at this point is the same reason that I get up every morning and go to work. Because I have to make money. I mean, I don't have to. At some point, I might go, Thoreau and just fucking sling a bag over my fucking back and just fucking start walking and say, fuck you. But it hasn't happened yet, you know. I'm inching ever closer. I mean, I'm living in a fucking small trailer now, so I'm gradually going in that direction. You know, like the state of the world I'm totally powerless over the state of the world. You know, if I'm surrounded, like 99% of the people around me are all sheeple, I have no power over that. I'm completely powerless over this. There's nothing I can do about it. Absolutely nothing. The only thing I can do is just accept it for what it is. You know, it is what it is. Yeah, that's what it is what it is means, is accepting it, because that's what it is. And it's not going to change. I can't change it, and nobody else is going to change it. It's not going to change. Therefore, it is what it is. That's powerlessness. That it is what it is acknowledging being powerless over something. Well, that just is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it, yeah. Lack of power is my dilemma. Lack of power is my dilemma. Man, if I had control of everything, everything would run perfect. Or at least my mind tries to tell me that. But really, I know better. It's good that I'm not in charge. Do not put me in charge. I have enough problems having to be in charge of myself. If there is a God, I would rather that God just took my free will away from me and just had me do whatever that God wants me to do, instead of giving me free will to choose to fuck up. It's like, no, no thanks. I don't want free will. Just like, you know, don't give me free will to choose the wrong decision. Just implant what your will for me is inside me, and then that's what I'll do. You know, I've never been good with free will, man. I always make poor decisions, poor life decisions. You know, as I get older, I learn, but it's almost always I learn the hard way. I got to get my ass kicked a bunch by something before I realize, wait, when I do this, when I put my hand on the fucking stove, on the red hot stove, and I put my hand on it, it hurts. So maybe I won't do that. Well, let me just try again and see. Ow, that fucking hurts. Well, maybe I shouldn't do that, you know. When something hurts enough, then it starts to compute. Or it's like, okay, I think maybe I shouldn't do that. But whatever, I'm just talking shit. But apparently we have free will. You know, free will has been debated by philosophers long before you and I were even born. You know, some philosophers argue that we have no free will, that we are going to go a certain direction in our life, and we don't have any control over that. Control is an illusion. Control is an illusion. So there's no point in trying to control anything, because control is an illusion. The more I try to control shit, the more frustrated I get, because a lack of power is my dilemma. The more I try to control shit, the more pissed off and frustrated and angry and sad, and the more negative experience I have. Whereas if I just let it go and just be like, fuck it, it's just gonna be whatever it is. I mean, I can do some stuff, right? There's some things I can do. There's a limited amount that I can do, but outside of that, I have no control. That's another thing that I'm powerless over. I'm powerless over the amount of control that I have. My control is limited, and it's mostly limited to me. Only I can do anything about any situation I'm in. Sure, other people might help here and there, but people are fallible. We're all fallible. I can't just rely on other people, because eventually they're going to fail me. You know? These are all things that I've been trying to learn from people that are wiser than I am. But I'm a hardhead, you know. It's like smoking. I don't know if smoking is bad for me or not. I don't know. But they say it is, you know. They say it is. I've become a lot more confused about the health narrative since 2019. I started to become a lot more confused about what is, you know, what is healthy versus what is not. The problem is I know very little. I know very little. So, yeah. And that's okay, you know. That's part of, I guess, accepting, is just accepting all this and being able to be okay with it and stuff, and just like, whatever. Not much I can do about any of this, so whatever, you know. Just try to relax and enjoy whatever pleasantries are available, you know. You know, what else can you do? So, you know, I could say that I am fairly content, content. And then somebody would say, "Wow, what a loser! Look at him. He lives in a trailer and he's content with that. Oh my God. Well, there I am failing again. I shouldn't be content with my life. I should be striving and shit for what? For what? A house instead of a trailer. Okay, say I get a house. Then what? It's pretty much not much different than this to me. Would I be happier in a bigger house? Probably not. Would I be more miserable in a bigger house? Probably not. But would I be happier? Well, maybe. But would I be as happy as the amount of money I'm putting into it? Say if a house costs, you know, 300,000 times what I pay in the trailer. Is the cost worth the amount of effort? No. Obviously not. Like, that's simple math, you know. Is living in that house 300 times better than living in this trailer? No. But yet it takes 300 times the cost than what it would cost to live in this trailer? Okay. But will I be 300,000 times happier? No. Would I be even 1,000 times happier? No. Well, then why would I put that much effort into something that isn't going to bring the payoff? So, you know, it's simple math and simple deductive logic, you know, brings me to these conclusions. So what can I do except for just be content, you know, as content as I can be? Is my life, am I just happy all the time and everything? No, of course not, you know. But, you know, I mean, it's pretty all right. I got roof over my head. I got food in the refrigerator. You know, gas in the fucking car. A little bit of money in my pocket. Cigarette money. Eh, good enough, right? Good enough. Anyways, the Tao of the Angry Hobo. Yeah. People used to always say, dude, that's false advertisement. Like, you're not angry. I'm like, yeah, I guess not. There have been times where I did videos where I allowed myself to get angry. I'm like, okay, let me... And I even told the viewer, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this video. And I'm going to start just letting this tape play out in my head. So I'm going to follow this logic that's being presented before me. And I'm just going to allow myself to follow this logic that's being presented to me. And see where it leads me. And then I'm like 5 minutes in, I'm fucking yelling and I'm fucking punching like really angry, truly angry, to the point where I'm like shaking and I'm fucking like I'm just like getting and then I punched the fucking phone. And this was about 5 minutes into the video. I'm so fucking pissed that I fucking punched the fucking phone, and it flies out of the spot and fucking lands on the floor. And then all that anger just was gone because I stopped allowing myself to follow that logic. And then I picked the phone back up and I'm laughing. And I said, see? This is what happens when I follow this logic. When I follow this logic that is being presented to me, I lose control. I fucking get so fucking pissed. And so, like, what's the point of following that logic? It's just bullshit. Like it's bullshit logic. I'm not listening to it anymore. I'm done listening to it. Because it's stupid. It's just stupid. And, I just did that as an experiment. But I really, it's not like the best idea to do that, but I knew I was going to stop. Like, once the fury started to enter, I knew I was just going to, like, stop immediately. And then I stopped, and then I was laughing. I was like, see, I fucking told you. This is why I don't go down that rabbit hole, bro. And so, yeah. But I get angry. I get angry from time to time. Anger is just, it's just not a luxury that I'm able to afford. I mean, I can get angry, and it's a natural, emotion that human beings feel. Suppressing anger is very, very unhealthy. Extremely unhealthy. People that suppress their anger are the most dangerous motherfuckers on this planet. And I mean, to themselves as much as to everyone else. They are just, if I were to, the best way for me to describe it, if I were to describe it, the best words I could come up with is that's just a form of demon possession. For a person to suppress their anger, that's like the equivalent of a demon. A demon is hiding inside that person, and it's gonna explode. Like, its shit is gonna go down, bro, like big time. And that kind of explains the storyboard. When I look at the overall general storyboard of the event that I experienced 2.5 years ago, that's what this person did. Is they were in complete denial of their emotions, and so they were suppressing all their anger and everything. And that's why they were always very quiet and very shy and very meek and very reserved and all this, is because they're just suppressing all this. I mean, and when a person's in denial, that means they're hiding this stuff from their own self. These people, they're like ticking time bombs. And when they go off, they leave a wake of destruction. 360 degrees all around them. Just anyone that's in the vicinity has just fucking boom. It's like a bomb goes off, boom. And anybody, no matter how innocent, the innocent victims are going to be everywhere. It's just going to be. That's what happens when a person doesn't do their shadow work. That's why I was laughing when that guy's like, anybody that isn't doing their shadow work, go fuck yourself. I thought that was funny. Yeah. I'm actually subscribed to that guy, but he doesn't put out very many videos, which I understand. So this is a long video about nothing, and that'll do it.